one of the things anyone watching is to understand, this is my belief, that my primary goal in life is to stay connected to my goals, to what I want, to who I
That's great.
am, to what I'm aiming for. And there are so many distractions, right? And so many things that will, like anxiety, like pressure. Literally before I jumped on this call, I got an email from someone demanding something of me, and I was like, I should answer it, right? Like literally, I don't need to do that right now. Answering his email is not on one of my goals. It's not on my vision wall.
Right.
So I'm wondering, when you set goals, why do you forget them?
I think most of the time it's because I set pretty audacious goals
Oh,
and I do it at a point where I do a mind map and all of that
yeah.
kind of stuff. But it's too much. It's too much.
Yes.
Like I want to fix everything.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen. If I could fix one thing in 1 year, I think that would be a win.
I think an audacious goal is helpful as if it's exciting and believable enough. I certainly work with those, and I'll show you a little bit as we go through it. Some of it you'll be familiar with, but also stepwise goals are really important. I
Yeah.
don't know if you know this, but one of my goals is to be as fit as I can possibly be at 50. And I've got 7 parts to that. And I told my trainer the other day, he's like, what? You want to squat that? There's no way. And then he almost wanted me to change it. And I said, well, let's just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And same as for those watching, like one goal is to do 5 vertical push-ups from a handstand, right? When I'm 50.
Wow.
Now, let me be clear that 3 months ago, I could do a headstand, but I couldn't do a handstand at all. And I've never even got close to doing this in my life. But if you break it down into increments and you give yourself enough time, honestly, this month, my goal has been to be, it sounds really funny, but to be upside down every single day.
Yeah.
Like just to be upside down, just to get my body used to being upside down.
Mhm.
Yesterday, when I did a handstand, I did it the other way around for a change, and I balanced for 3 seconds on my hands. I was so excited by that
Yeah.
because it's the
I bet.
first time with that goal. Like I told Gabriel, my 13-year-old, that was my goal. And he went, there's no way. That's the one you're not going to get. And the kids have been like, oh, it's the run. The run's impossible. You can't run that fast at 50. Or my trainer was like, the bench press is impossible, or the squat. But every now and then something happens when you break it down and put yourself in the right environment. Like me just saying, I'm going to be upside down. If I put myself in the right position to
Yeah.
succeed, and I'm keeping it so simple. Like all I have to do is go into the other room, do a handstand against the wall for as long as I can. That's it.
Right.
Once a day.
Yeah.
And do I always look forward to it? No. But if I do it just a little bit, the self-trust is if I put myself in the right place, my body will figure it out. If I put myself in the right environment to grow my business, my body will figure it out. So for me, like getting up at 4 a.m. is a commitment I'm making to myself. I don't always do it. It's amazing how lazy you feel when you get up at 4:15 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. But there's a nice reminder. That's an audacious goal, 4 a.m., right? It's audacious. I call them win-win goals too, by the way. So I want to run 1,500 meters in 4 minutes and 38 seconds, right? That's what I did when I was 16, which is very fast. It's 3-minute Ks or a 5-minute mile, maybe for some people. And the first time I did it in 8 minutes when I tried. So
Yeah.
slow. And when I watched the video, I was like, I'm not sure you can actually call that running. And the kids had to video it, and I'm getting so bored because it's taking so long to get around the lap again. It's like su- super funny to watch. However, it's audacious enough to encourage me, and it's win-win. You know what? What if I can only run it in 5 minutes and 30 seconds?
You
That's a
still.
hell of a lot faster than I was a year ago anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not to give myself an out, but I think if anyone watching this or you're going to set audacious goals, that's great. but we want to stepwise them and use our logic. What's my process this month? And just take it a bite, eat the elephant one bite at a time, is the saying, obviously. So let's jump in. I want to take you to a tool we've got to set some goals. And if anyone's watching this and they want to actually play with the tool, they can. So let me jump in here. For those of you watching, you'll see on the screen here, we have created a ChatGPT tool to help you create your 3-word goals. The idea here is to create goals in 3 words only. Why 3 words? If it's easy to say, it'll be easy to remember. If it's easy to remember, it'll be easy to share with other people. If you ask someone what their goal is and 10 minutes later they are still talking,
Yeah.
the chances of them achieving that goal are not great because they go, I want this, but then that won't happen. And so there's just no clarity there. And if it's easy to share, so if it's easy to say, easy to remember, easy to share, then it's by proxy going to be easy to do. And so this tool we can use to help shape, again, if you want the link to the 3-word architect, let me know, to help shape your goals in 6 dimensions. And if we jump in here and we click here, it's going to help you out and it's going to say, hi, Martin, I'm honored you're here. Yes, let's shape this together. This is Chiron by the name. He's my AI beast. First, tell me what, when you think about your physical life at its best, how do you want to feel? What's calling you forward? Give me a few words or images that rise up. How do you want to be? How do you want to feel physically?
I obviously want to feel healthy. I want less aching joints.
Yeah, this aches.
Um, what's calling me? It's the old age thing.
Yeah.
I'm getting older. I just got to look after myself. And I do believe that I have been in my life very physically fit.
Yes.
So I know can be.
Yes. You danced like you were a professional dancer with river dance. It's amazing. Yeah. Part of it for me was one, I want to set a good example for my kids
Mm.
around being healthy and fit, but also for them now, but also for them in the future. And then I was like, I want so much in other areas of my life. Why am I not training like a high performance athlete? The obvious answer is I'm not a high performance athlete, but my body contains everything and your body contains everything. If you want to have a really great, powerful life, which most people want to have the best life they can have, then taking care of your body where your brain lives and your heart lives and is obviously important. So this will hopefully help. Okay, so it says beautiful clarity, healthy, less aches, more youthful again. I feel your longing for vitality, ease, and renewal. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Here are 5 bold 3-word options that could anchor this vision. You want to restore vibrant strength. You want to move with ease. You want to reclaim youthful energy. You want to feel fully alive. You want to be fit, strong, and free. Do any of those resonate with you? If not, we can refine them.
Yeah. The restore vibrant strength really resonates and fit strong and free.
Okay. So we'll go restore vibrant strength. And with AI, the good thing is you don't have to type right all the time. And fit, strong, free. Can you give me some combos? And you can use voice here too, but I'm talking to Martin. It's going to be quicker, so maybe I will on the next one. Okay. Restore strong freedom, fit, vibrant strength, free, youthful strength, strong, vital freedom, reclaim fit freedom. There's a lot of freedom there. Do you like the word freedom
There is
there?
a lot of freedom. I do.
Okay.
I do. From that, I think strong, vital freedom.
Okay.
Yes, that really hits. Yeah.
Now, one of the things sometimes we will do when we work with people is we'll say, let's tack an age to that. Let's tack something to it, which, so I do fittest at 50, right? Because there's like a deadline. So I've got a goal. So strong, vital freedom could be enough, and for now we can just go, that's enough. So that's cool. And there's a little test that says, is it measurable? Take a breath. Does this 3-word goal pass on all fronts? Does it stretch you towards a physical life that you want? Yeah. I know, for example, Joanna, when she looked at this, she's older than you and I. She wanted to rise from the floor unassisted, like not need a table, a chair, or anything, just to be able to stand up. So that was like a really an activity base. So I would be encouraging you because your goals can change and morph and get more defined, but it's a good starting point. So let's lock it in. So we're looking for aspirational things here. If you are strong, vital, and free to move, that's amazing. Have got athlete's body or in dancing shape would be hugely
Right.
aspirational,
Dancing
right?
shape. Yeah,
In
yeah.
dancing shape would mean something to you. And it's also a little bit like stronger also says, pardon me, I'm going to swear, but it says fuck you to age a little bit. I'm going to push this back. I'm going to try. I'm going to take some more back. And that sense of defiance and goals is very inspirational for others and very powerful. And there are plenty of people. Like I kept thinking, no one can be this fit at 50. Not to talk about me all the time, but 50 pull-ups on my 50th birthday. That's my goal. And I was like, geez, can anybody even do 50 pull-ups? Maybe that's ridiculous. And so I Google like world record for pull-ups and it's 745.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was like,
Okay.
actually quite achievable. So just keep this in mind, but it's a good starting point. Ready to move to the next dimension. Financial life, what do you desire most there?
Oh, 20K months.
20K months. Perfect. That's actually a nice three word. And that's 20K months is perfect. I reckon that's the goal, is the three words. I'm just going to tell it. Focus, run a test, measurable, yes. Yep, cool. Create with. Would you like to consider pairing that number with identity language? Here are some options. Earn with ease, empowered wealth builder. So sometimes it tends to go to more cliches. I really like 20K months.
I do too.
Yeah.
It is identity rooted because it's just like I'm thinking about what the person I'll be if
Yeah,
when that happens. Yeah.
totally. Yes, could. Now, your relational life, what do you long for most in connection, love, friendship, community? And when you do this, by the way, you get to choose where you want to place relational life. So for me, I focused primarily on my kids. That's
Yeah.
relationships, not really it for me right now, but relationships with my kids. So for you, if you look forward 12 months, what's the relational area where you want to go? I got this. I'm this.
Community and friendship.
Huh.
I've vowed off some relationships for a while.
Yes. So it's got build trusted circle, cultivate deep belonging, expand support network, root in friendship. It's trees related, which I know you love trees. Nourish true connection, grow community roots, thrive with my friends, thrive with friends, gather my people.
I really like nourish true connection and also grow community roots.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually cultivate deep belonging. I think that speaks loudly.
So I can say in here, by the way, with the tool, you can go nourish true connection, grow community roots, and cultivate deep belonging are all equal. Can you combine some of them? I quite like using voice because it's a little
So
bit quicker.
cool.
Yeah. So it says, okay, let's blend these. Nourish deep belonging, grow true connection, cultivate community roots, root true belonging, nourish community roots. Oh,
Nourish deep belonging. Really, that really speaks.
yeah. And if you were to break this down into this is my goal in 12 months, I want to have nourished deep belonging. What does that look like? Like having a quantifiable goal can be that you go, okay, and this month, I want to have one really close friend, or I want to deepen three relationships. Like you get to choose
Yeah,
how you do it.
yeah. I like that. Deepen, yeah. Deep, yeah, I like that.
But now you're no longer doing it on a whim. You're going, it's important for me to nourish
Right.
deep belonging. And I'm going to do that this month by talking with Gladys, who I seem to have sense a connection with, and I'm going to invite her over for dinner. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And so The
Yeah,
increments should be very achievable and not overwhelming, but the big goal can be grandiose, big, massive, because everything is done in little steps anyway. Yeah,
true.
cool. Lock it in. Okay, let's keep moving here. Next, we want to explore your creative life. What do you, and this goes for people who are building a business, building a community, building a brand, creating a reputation. And let's explore your creative life. What do you long to express, make, or bring into the world?
I would like to continue on my voiceover path
Yeah.
and narrate my own poetry.
So, those are really interesting and slightly different things. They both involve your voice. So I wonder if it'll give us something towards, oh, here we go. I like these. You want to build a legendary poetic voice. I love that. Like it's big, but imagine if you had that, or speak my legendary truth, narrate my legacy. You want to voice poetic power. If anyone's watching this, by the way, Martin, your face in this particular section got a lot more excited and a lot more free.
Yeah, yes,
And this
most
is fine. Like I find like right now I'm most motivated by my physical goals.
Mhm.
And yet part of me goes, but I need to concentrate on the business too.
Right.
But you also want to reward yourself by focusing on the things that give you life as well. And so it's okay for one goal area to lead the way sometimes. The others will
Yeah,
follow. So which one are these?
legendary poetic voice. That is
Oh my
amazing.
goodness. And your accent is pretty good. It's almost as good as
It's second to you,
yeah.
yours.
Amazing. That's so cool. And so you would, when you start to reach this goal, you're going to have people saying stuff like, "Oh, I love your voice. I could just listen to you talk all the time. Wow." I put that story on to play to my kids and they fell asleep. It was so beautiful. You know what it,
Yeah,
like you're going to notice when you start getting there and it's exciting. That's amazing. I love it. And you just want to work backwards. That's just about building an audience and using your voice. It's
yeah.
fine. Cool. Reputation. How do you want to be seen, known, and remembered by others in your
Uh,
community, around you?
yeah. In definitely in the AA community, I want to be solid with that. With the LGBTQ community, I want to be supportive.
Yeah.
And business wise, I want to be very competent,
I was going to
which
say
I
the
am.
word competent too. I feel like you are already all these things. Like the Martin I know is definitely these things already. I feel like more people need to know is the part.
Yeah,
Like we all know that other people who work in real estate sometimes there's a wide range of competency. Let's just put it that way.
yeah,
And I know that anyone who works with you will get the best care, the best treatment, that you're highly intelligent, very competent. And it's a shame, like it's a shame that not more people know.
yeah,
And the reason
exactly.
they don't know is that you've not told them. For not
Right.
told them enough or in enough creative ways. And if you think about a legendary poetic voice, like you know how to use your voice. So what if we took some of that from that goal and put it over here? Some of the creativity from that
Yeah,
and put it here, right? So because this is only going to help you reach your 20K months. This is
yeah,
only going to help invest in that because you're going, man, my legendary poetic voice is getting me well known. People are checking in on my real estate side because they've come in through this route. People find you for different ways. It's only going to help. And so this is amazing. Which ones work best for you? Be solid support, earn deep trust, radiate steady strength, known for integrity.
trusted, capable guide makes sense, and also support with strength.
I like, can I
But
choose one for you?
yeah, yeah,
I like support with strength.
yeah,
I feel like when you describe, the reason is when you described how you wanted to be known, and
yeah,
I was juxtaposing it with how I know you,
Mm.
The slight mismatch was the things you described were boring and trust. Like, I'm not saying trust is, hear me, it's good. Trust, support, they're all great things,
Yeah,
but there's a lack of personality. And I feel support with strength has a bit more dynamism to it. The word strength
it
is
does.
like super cool. And I feel like it captures you a bit more. Okay,
Yeah,
last one here. Then I know we have to keep moving. Support with strength, steady, grounded, true. Let's test it. Okay, yes, that will lock it in. And then let's shape your fun play life. This is the last goal we're asking you about. So, what does fun look like for you at its best? What brings you alive? What helps you be playful and free?
travel.
Travel. New things.
Yeah,
New people?
yeah.
What else? Anything?
What brings me joy? Singing, reading,
Learning?
learning. Yeah, growing. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Explore, learn, grow. Sing, travel, thrive. That's beautiful. Discover new joys. Wander meets learn. Wow. Playfully keep growing. These are all
Mm.
great, aren't they? Travel,
Yeah,
learn. Any of
I
them?
like I like playfully keep growing,
Yeah.
or sing, travel, thrive.
Do you know
But
which
I
one
think
you like?
playfully keep growing is, yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
All right. And yes, so what this will do now is it will give you, it'll give you your list here of all the things. I might need to tweak it a little bit, but it says, here's your gift, a daily rhythm, 3-word task. So it's trying to give you tasks to do towards each goal. We're still working on this. But those are your strong, vital freedom, 20K months, nourished belonging, legendary poetic voice, support with strength, playfully keep growing. As I come back off the screen here, one of the things that this tool does, and it's just a tool, is it starts to put you on a path to the life that you really want and probably the life that you should have. And the way to get there, it's just little steps. If I want to go to the shops, I've got to take, and I'm walking, I've got to go one step at a time. Even if I want to go in the car, which is faster, I've got to put my shoes on. I've got all these little steps. And it's the same for your goals. And one of the things that we help people do, and you'll see it, you probably can't see it, it's behind me a little bit, but I've got a vision wall with some of the pictures of my goals. And my tasks for the day are sticky notes, normally in 3 words too. And I will put a sticky note on the task. So it might be check bank account for financial, might be one. And I put that on there and I'm checking it because I want to reach my financial goal and being aware as part of the process. Even if
Right.
I don't want to be aware, being aware is part of the process.
Yeah.
And when it's your legendary voiceovers or whatever that was exactly, then
Poetic.
you
Yeah.
go, oh, I'm going to learn this one accent now. Like could be like learn New Zealand accent. You put it on, you put it on there and you go, this is because I want to be able to do all the accents and all the whatever it is. Like you know that your tasks are attached to your goals, which is important because sometimes we'll get caught up in doing other people's tasks or living other people's lives.